back in the garage. There's the Camaro. As you guys know from all the previous videos of the build, it's been a great car so far, but as the saying goes, you can never have enough horsepower. So I got a good treat. So the car came with a 350 LT1 when I bought it. I left the power plant in there and, you know, kind of like dressed it up as you guys seen throughout the videos. But it's quick. But, you know, after getting into a few minor driving excursions with some other cars and stuff, it's just not quick enough. So I got a hold of this guy, and he's been really good for me. He's out in Washington State. His name is Jim. So he is the owner of the Hot Rod Company. Now, what we have here is we have a small block 427. So Jim of the Hot Rod Company built this motor for me, and we are going to transplant this into the Camaro. Now this motor is pretty nasty. So it's a small block 427. So it's based on a 350, brand new GM 350 4-bolt main block. Well, then he strokes it. So AFR aluminum 220 heads. These things are beasts. I think they're like 205 or 207 intakes. I mean, these things are crazy. Edelbrock aluminum air tank. I got some goodies that are going on the front. I'll let you guys see that. We're gonna switch it over to a serpentine system. So, I mean, take a shout out to CVF Racing. Them guys have been good. That stuff should be here in the next day or so. So we'll have like a nice alternator, power steering pump. Everything will be on serpentine belt, so it'll be really nice. A lot of this other stuff, because, you know, I happen to live in an area where I can go to Jag. So, you know, I got the good old wire loom separator, the heat shield, because this thing's gonna put out some heat. You know, MSC distributor. I'm gonna go ahead and swap and put my Sniper EFI on it. That's currently on the car, you know, as you can see. So we already currently have a Sniper EFI on there. So then I'm also gonna put these Hedman headers. So I also was able to snag these through Jag. So these are 1 3/4 primaries versus 1 5/8, because this thing has got to breathe. This motor's got to breathe. So, you know, I had it ran. We didn't run on the dyno, but we had it like broken on the stand and stuff. So the numbers, what they're telling me, is about 610 to 620. So we should be cooking pretty darn good in the Camaro after this. So I will, I'm working on it diligently to get this. So I had to work out kind of a few wiring bugs that kind of arose on the Camaro here. Had like a little fluctuation stuff, but I think I got it tracked down, like possibly a ground or something. But everything else, beautiful suspension. Like I said, from Speed Tech, you guys saw that. It works wonderfully. The TKO 600 from Silver Sport Tranny works wonderfully. I haven't had any issues with it. Everything looks pretty good. The wheels by Chris Coddington, can't say enough about that. Those are awesome. So, and I also in the works got a future plan. So this power plant is not gonna go without being in another car. So I have another 1 to 2 cars that I'm gonna be building on the channel. So the next one in line gets actually this transplant. So this is about, you know, I would say about probably 385, 400 horse. It's pretty stout 350 LT1, but it'll be perfect for the next car. So I'll give you a video on that. I actually have it at my other garage, and then I'll take you over and give you a little video of it. And talks right now with the other shop. Hopefully we can get over there soon so we can get the whole thing painted. And then I can transplant and put on some goodies that you guys will see. Other than that, yeah. So this beautiful piece of jewelry is going to end up in this Camaro, and hopefully this thing will haul you know what on the road after that. So stay tuned, and I'll let you guys see kind of some of the transplant swap here. I got to get this thing up, get everything disconnected, get it ready to pull. Hopefully in the next week, get, you know, a couple buddies coming over so we can hopefully make some good progress on this, get it pulled in the next week. But stay tuned. Small block 427. going in the Camaro. All right, guys, back in the garage. Here's the Camaro up on blocks. Floor jack underneath of it. So, you know the time is, oh, it's empty. So I pulled the 350 LT1, which is right here. And that's getting swapped into a the project next. So I'll let you guys in on that one. So here is the new motor that you guys saw last video. So this is the small block 427. Like I said, Jim from Hot Rod Company hooked me up with this motor. I switched it over to a serpentine system, and I'll get the motor in and bolt the rest of the alternator and power steering pump on it, stuff like that. But it's pretty potent. It should be about 620 horse. It's got AFR aluminum 220 heads. I think I told you guys that before. So we're going to, in the process, it was kind of a pain to get this out with the, you know, leaving the tranny in, so I didn't have to like take a bunch of stuff off underneath. It's got the whole torque arm suspension, so we don't want to do all that. So we kind of had to do a little bit things differently or whatever, but we got it out. So thank goodness. And here's my neighbor and friend, Gary. Say hi, Gary. He's been helping me. So he's got a cool project too. So I'll go over there and film a little bit. Like I said, he's right across, you know, the street from me. He's got a cool little 70s project that he's working on, and gonna, you know, we pulled the motor out of his car. He's gonna be doing some stuff. So it's pretty cool. So I'll probably do a little video for that. Let you guys see that. It's pretty cool. But for now, yeah, we got everything disconnected. So we're gonna put the 427 and put it in here, and I'll probably spend the next day or so getting everything hooked up, and then we should be ready to rock and roll. That's the plan. Then I can really have fun with this car. This should run really good after that. So stay tuned. I'll get you guys a video once I get this motor and stuff in. All right, motor is in. Ooh, that is pretty. It fought us. Trying to put the motor in, I don't recommend trying to put the motor in while you still have the tranny in there, but the tranny is kind of sandwiched between the cross member of like the torque arm suspension, so I didn't want to take a whole bunch of stuff off. So yeah, it fought us, but it is in. So now, you know, the tranny's tight, all that stuff, motor mounts are tight. So now I gotta put the headers in, get the rest of the stuff hooked up. Like I said, some of the serpentine systems started. Like I said, alternator, power steering pump. So we'll get it all hooked up, buttoned up, everything hooked up, double check, triple check everything, all the wiring, all that other good stuff, you know, and then I'll have a video of it running. Like I said, this is like 620 horse according to the numbers. So we'll see, 615, 620, but it should be a blast to drive. This thing should haul, you know what, after we get done with it. So stay tuned. Next one's running.